you've been lied to. That right there? That's not a skin condition, that's a cycle. A cycle that nobody in a white coat has any financial interest in breaking. $60 for a cream your grandkid has been using for 3 months. And look at that arm. Still red, still cracked, still itching at 2 in the morning. The dermatologists call it chronic. The pharmacies call it manageable. You know what I call it? A business model. Because here is a fact they will never say out loud. There is a $1 spray sitting in your kitchen right now that has calmed what no prescription cream on this planet could touch. This is not a hack. This is not a trend. This is documented, peer-reviewed chemistry. And today I'm showing you exactly what is in this bottle, exactly why it works, and exactly why the system has never once pointed you toward it. Stay with me, because in the next 12 minutes, everything you think you know about your grandkid's skin is going to change. Walk down this aisle and tell me what you see. Gentle formula, clinically tested, pediatrician approved, beautiful words, reassuring words, words designed specifically so that you do not flip the bottle over and read what's actually inside. Alcohol, petroleum derivatives, parabens, synthetic fragrance. A legal umbrella term that, according to the Environmental Working Group, can conceal up to 400 individual chemical compounds that manufacturers are not required to name individually on a label. Now think about this. 50 years ago, childhood eczema was rare. A 2019 study published in the British Journal of Dermatology tracked prevalence data across 6 decades and confirmed what many parents already feel. Rates have risen sharply in industrialized nations in direct proportion to the growth of the synthetic skincare market. 1 in 5 children in the Western world now has a diagnosed skin condition before the age of 2. That is not genetics. Genetics do not change in 50 years. Environment does what products do. Here is the mechanism. And this is real dermatological science, not opinion. A baby's skin has a protective layer called the acid mantle. It is a thin, invisible film on the skin's surface. Its job is to kill bacteria, lock in moisture, and seal out irritants. It is the most sophisticated defense system nature ever designed for skin. And it runs on one thing, a slightly acidic pH between 4 and 5.5. Modern tap water sits at a pH of 7 to 8.5 alkaline. Most commercially produced baby soaps and wipes sit at the same range. A 2014 study in the journal Pediatric Dermatology confirmed that standard baby cleansing products significantly elevate skin surface pH, and that elevated pH directly correlates with compromised barrier function and increased Staph aureus colonization. Staph aureus is the bacteria responsible for the itch-scratch cycle in eczema. Every single time you bathe that child with a standard product, you are neutralizing their natural defense layer. You are opening the door for bacteria. And then you are sold a cream to suppress the symptom. A symptom that your cleaning routine is continuously recreating. The cream cannot win because it is not treating the cause. The cause is pH, and the cause costs $1 to address. To understand why this spray works, you need to understand one word: acidity. In 2018, researchers at the University of California, San Francisco published findings confirming that topical acidification of skin in eczema patients, simply lowering the surface pH, measurably improved barrier function and reduced bacterial load without pharmaceutical intervention. The lead researcher, Dr. Tiffany Schmidt, described the skin barrier restoration as significant. That research exists, it is published, it is accessible, and it leads directly to what I am about to show you. Watch this carefully. I am testing ordinary tap water with a pH strip blue, pH of 8 approaching alkaline. That is what is touching your grandkid's skin at every bath. Now I add 1 drop of what I am calling the pH stabilizer. There 4 to 5 on the scale, the precise range of a healthy, intact acid mantle. We just recreated the skin's natural defense environment in 5 seconds with $1 worth of something already in your home. Organic raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. That brown, cloudy sediment, that is the live acetic acid culture. That is the active compound. That is what does the work. I know what some of you are thinking. That's just vinegar. Yes, it is. And that is exactly why no one is selling it to you for $60. Here is exactly how you make and apply it. Every step matters. Step 1, the base. Distilled water only. Not tap, not filtered, not spring. Distilled. Tap water contains chlorine and its pH will work against everything we are building. A full gallon of distilled water costs under $1 at any grocery store. Step 2, the catalyst. Organic raw apple cider vinegar. The label must say raw and unfiltered. There must be visible brown sediment at the bottom of the bottle. If it is clear and bright gold, it has been pasteurized. The active culture is gone and it will not shift pH effectively. The brand does not matter, the mother does. Step 3, the ratio. 1 part vinegar to 10 parts distilled water. 1 tablespoon vinegar to 10 tablespoons water. This is the clinically relevant dilution range for topical acetic acid application referenced in wound care literature. Go stronger and it irritates sensitized skin. Go weaker and the pH correction is insufficient. 1 to 10, write it down. Total cost under $1. Store in a clean spray bottle, cool and dark, use within 6 weeks. Application: do not spray directly onto broken or actively weeping skin. Spray onto a clean, soft cotton cloth and pat. Do not rub onto affected areas. Let it air dry completely, do not rinse. You are not washing the skin. You are resetting its surface chemistry. Twice daily. Once after the evening bath, once in the morning. Here is what to expect. Within 24 hours, the redness begins to recede. The skin surface is no longer a hospitable environment for staph bacteria. Within 48 to 72 hours, the inflammatory cycle starts to ease. The skin resumes producing its own ceramides, the natural lipid molecules that seal and waterproof the barrier. The itch quiets. The child sleeps. $1, 72 hours. From a mechanism that is peer-reviewed and published and has been sitting in plain sight. Before you close this video, I need to say something clearly. If a child has an active infection, yellow crust, oozing fever, see a physician first. This spray addresses the underlying pH environment. It is not an antibiotic. Acute infection requires clinical attention. What I'm describing is the root cause that medicine currently has no structural incentive to address, because you cannot prescribe a kitchen ingredient. Why hasn't your doctor told you this? In most cases, it is not malice, it is curriculum. A 2013 survey published in JAMA Dermatology found that the majority of medical school programs dedicate less than 10 hours total to nutritional and environmental approaches to skin conditions across the full degree program. Physicians are trained within a pharmaceutical framework. That framework is not designed to route you toward a $1 solution. And so grandparents are left in the gap, watching, spending, trusting a system that is structurally blind to this answer. I have watched this calm skin that $500 prescription courses could not reach. I have watched children finally sleep through the night because the fire on their skin was not suppressed. It was chemically extinguished at its source. The research exists. The mechanism is documented. The solution cost $1. The only thing standing between your grandkid and relief is the assumption that something this simple cannot possibly work. That assumption is exactly what the industry depends on. If this reached you, do one thing before you leave. Send this to one other grandparent, not for the views, for the child in their house who is still scratching tonight. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the system. I'm going through every room, the nursery, the bathroom cabinet, the toy chest, and I'm showing you what the research actually says versus what the label wants you to believe. The information has always existed. We are just the ones willing to say it plainly. See you in the next one. We are fixed forever.